Welcome back to the show, everyone. This episode, I'm going to talk about the four teams I feel like could be in trouble after week one in the NFL. Before I get to that, dugoutmugs.com. Check them out. Barrel of a baseball bat made into a bug. Mug, not bug, mug. The hot dog days of summer coming hot. Last month of baseball season. Check it out if you have a sports fan for you that you don't know what to get them. You want something? It's pretty cool. They got wine glasses, shot glasses, mugs, all 30 teams in the MLB. Check it out. Link in the description below. All right, let's get right to it. The four teams that I feel like could be in some trouble this season after week one, in no particular order, the Chicago Bears. This offseason, all you heard about was, oh man, the Bears, they got more. They traded for more. They're insane. They're going to be so good this year. Justin Fields is going to take a leap. He's going to be so good with his arm. He's going to be throwing it like crazy. Week one, disaster. They have not fixed their offensive line problems. It was terrible. He would drop back and then run. But it wasn't just that, though, because when he had time to throw, he got happy feet. He would put his eyes down and not even look up to throw. He'd just put his eyes down and then run. And there was like 4 or 5 times he missed a guy that was open in NFL terms. And he just, no, I'm going to run. And that's a problem with running quarterbacks is they run too much. Like, you need a scrambling quarterback, someone that's willing to get out of the pocket, but still look down the field and, oh, look, someone's open. Bam. Instead of like, oh, got to get out of the pocket. I got to run now. One, they take too many hits. Two, there's good chance that they're just not going to last. And they're going to miss wide open guys. And the receivers are going to get tired of it. You could see in this, I saw a thing on YouTube. Some of the Bears receivers were like, come on, again, throw me the ball. I'm open. And it's just not a good look. There was talk that the Bears and the Lions were going to be in cahoot, or going to be battling for the one number one spot, and the Packers are going to fall off. Well, after week one, the Lions, they look like they could be up there. The Bears, on the other hand, not so good. They're looking exactly like last year. And it's Justin Fields. He has not taken that leap. He's just not there. Maybe it's just week one. I don't know. It was a home game. It wasn't raining. So I don't know what their excuse is. But one, he just would not throw it downfield. He was a dink and doink. And two, he didn't have any time to throw, which is going to be problems when your quarterback's taking that many hits. So that's the one team that I think they might be in trouble if they don't fix up that O-line. The second team, the Seahawks. Again, quarterback play. Geno Smith did not look good. They were going against a Rams team without Cooper Kupp. So you're thinking, oh, home game, no Cooper Kupp. We got this. This is an easy win. Defense looked terrible. Their offense looked terrible. They were another team that, oh, you know what? They're going to battle the 49ers for that number one spot. After week one, that doesn't look good either. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if Geno Smith just fooled everyone. He got that big contract, and now it's the Geno Smith of old. Still don't see how he got comeback player of the year. It wasn't like he was hurt. He just got better. I don't know. That's a weird one, how he got comeback player of the year. He wasn't hurt or anything. But they could be in trouble too. They could be exactly what we thought they were going to be last year. And Geno Smith has this one miracle season, and now he's back to the old Geno Smith that everyone's used to. They're having, like I said, their defense, I'm pretty sure they lost their defense allowed 30 points at home to a Rams team with some no-name receivers going off. So that's another team that's team two I would keep an eye on to, like, oh, maybe they're not as good as we thought they were. The third team, Tennessee Titans. They ended last year on a bad note. And it was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. That's last year. It's not going to carry over. We're good. We're good. We got this. And then they lose. Not to the Saints. Without Kamara, Titans, you might have some problems you might want to look into. First game losing and not pretty. And Derrick Henry didn't get many touches. I want to say only like maybe 15 touches. He's one of those backs you have to give him the ball more. The more he touches the ball, the more the defense gets tired, the more Derrick Henry goes off. But if you're playing from behind, you can't really run the ball because you have to throw the ball. Therefore, that takes Derrick Henry out of the game, which is a win for the other team. They're not built to come from behind. They're a team that they have to play ahead. If they're winning, that's when you're in trouble. But once they start having to rely on Tannehill's arm, they're going to struggle. So we'll see what they do in week 2, but we'll see. Now, a couple honorable mentions before I get to the last team. The Chiefs, they lost, but yeah, Kelsey didn't play. The only concern with them, the receivers. Their receivers could not catch a cold on Thursday night. That's how bad they were. Yes, some of them weren't the best passes, but you saw Debo and other receivers out there, passes behind them, throwing it, and they're catching it. You're an NFL wide receiver. The ball hits your hands, you have to catch it. You can't let it go off your hands for a pick six. That changed the entire game. And my thing with the Chiefs too is they still don't have that short yardage back. When it's 4th and 1, 3rd and 1 on the goal line, they were in gimmick plays because they don't have that short down back. It's like, come on, like you can't be doing that. You have to get that short down back. And I mean, I guess a lot of times they do run Kelsey back there to do that, but do you really want to risk that? So they have kind of a iffy just because Kelsey didn't play. He's the main go-to for Mahomes, obviously. So with him back, it may be a little bit different. But I feel like teams will see that the receivers kind of struggled. So they'll be double, tripling Kelsey, taking him out completely out of the game plan and forcing him to go to other people to see if those guys can catch. If those guys can actually catch the ball, the Chiefs, they'll be perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. But until they can prove they catch the ball, they're kind of on that tier, like, are we good? Are we not? Where are we? Because Mahomes can only do so much. He can only throw. He can't throw to himself. The other teams, the Bills, did not look good on Monday night. Did not look good. Josh Allen, 4 interceptions and a fumble. I think it was 3 interceptions and a fumble. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball. That's how you win the game. You notice most of these teams, it's their quarterbacks just didn't play well. And that brings the whole team down. Your quarterback plays well, team plays well, you're going to win games. Quarterback doesn't play well, you're going to be in trouble. Just plain simple. So we'll see how the Bills do. They're just another one like, keep a note, see what they look like. But I mean, you can't expect Josh Allen to have 4 turnovers every game, right? Like, there's no way. I mean, he had 4 turnovers and they still almost won the game. So I expect them to still be up there as well. Them and the Chiefs, they'll be battling it out. The other team, the Ravens. Now, out of all these teams, the Ravens were the only team that did win, but Lamar Jackson did not look good. He got a record contract, and he looked bad. And again, it's same as Fields. You force him to throw the ball, he's going to be in trouble. He's not a drop back. Oh, let me hit this guy. Oh, let me get out of the pocket and throw. No, if I'm out of the pocket, I'm running. Like everyone said, he's this top tier quarterback. Oh, when he wins a playoff. Oh, he won a play. But the one playoff game he won, it wasn't with his arm. It was with his legs. He doesn't win games with his arms. You force him to throw, he's in trouble. He's not the best accuracy receiver. or quarterback. He's not. He's a running quarterback, which means he's probably going to get hurt and not finish the season, and then they're going to be screwed. And they're screwed now because Dobbins is hurt and he's out for the year. So there goes that running back. So they're another team that keep an eye on. They may fall off. We'll see. The last team, similar to like the Bills and Chiefs, the Bengals. Talk about no show. Burrows no showed that game. And that's another one where it's like, well, the weather was pretty bad. The Browns didn't play that well either. It was raining more than half the games. Those terrible conditions. So we'll let that one slide for week 1. But if they continue it for week 2, that's going to be tough. But I don't think so, because they're like them and the Chiefs and the Bills. They're always up there. One bad week, it's like, okay, that's fine. Like, just no more of that. No, cannot have another one of those stinkers, or else they're going to be in trouble and the fans will not be happy. Okay, and the final team that absolutely did not play well, that people thought were going to play well this week, Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone was picking them to upset the 49ers. Like, oh my gosh, Pickens played so well at the end of last year. They played so well. They're up. They're going up. They're the first team offense. They're 5 possessions in the preseason. They scored 5 touchdowns. The Niners don't know what's going to hit them. Defense is good. And I think in the first half, before they finally before they got their 1 touchdown, the Niners out yardage them like 200 yards to 1. 200 yards to 1. Like, that is bad. They had like 4 straight 3-and-outs. Pickens threw an interception. The defense couldn't stop Purdy and the Niners at all. And by the second half, the Niners just didn't even have to do much. They were already up 30-7. And it was just bad. I mean, Pickens didn't have any time to throw. When he did have time to throw, he missed his wide receivers. Najee Davis, I think it is. He looked. Fred Warner, that second possession, he set the tone for that game. Tried to go up the middle, and Fred Warner lit him up, and that just changed the whole outcome of the game. Niners are like, we are here to play today. You may not be, but we are. And it was bad. Purdy just had plenty of time to look back. Bam. So the Steelers, they're the 4th team that I think their expectations were up here. After that game, they kind of came down. And now their top receivers out for, I think, a couple weeks now because of a hamstring. Their one really good play, he hurt his hamstring and he had to come out. So those are the 4 main teams to keep an eye on: the Bears, the Seahawks, the Titans, and the Steelers. All 4 of them, what do they have in common? Bad quarterback play. And Steelers, like I said, people were talking, oh, they're going to upset the Niners. No, they did not. They have a big game against the Browns this weekend. Browns play pretty well. Steelers not having a good game. I would look out. If the Steelers don't come out hot this game, they're going to be in trouble this year. Plain and simple. If they don't come out hot this game and win, because normally after a bad game, a team that has a bad game, they'll come out on fire and win by like 3 touchdowns. And it's like, okay, that's the team we were expecting. That's how the Bears, the Seahawks, the Titans, and the Steelers should play this weekend. If they don't come out that killer attitude, we know they're not that top dog that they thought they were. So let me know in the comments what teams you feel kind of are on that, like, keep an eye on. They may not be as good as we think they are. In the comments below, hit the subscribe. See you on the other side.